that don't know me, hi, my name is Anna and welcome to my channel. One of the comments that I had on one of my latest videos is that people really enjoyed watching my cooking montages. So I thought it might be interesting to do what I eat in a week as a vegan student on a budget. My veganism is very much based in whole foods. I try not to buy like vegan fake meat and things like that. I'd much rather have my protein from chickpeas. I also am very limited with what I have cooking facilities wise in my accommodation. At my college in Cambridge, most people will eat in the buttery quite a lot, which is basically like a little canteen. It's really nice and I've heard that the food is delicious, and there are vegan options, but they're normally about £3 per meal, which doesn't really fit into my budget very well. We have something called a jip, which is just a hob on the side and microwave and a kettle, and that is it that we have to cook with. Because of a medical condition that I have my own fridge in my room. You can see it in the background there along with all of the mess, sorry. I also tend to make big batches of food, so if I make a curry or a soup or something, I'll make enough for multiple dinners worth. This saves me money, it saves me time, and also means I get a lot of my veggies in a day. If people are interested in this, I could make it into a little series where I go to different supermarkets. Before we get started, I just wanted to say that this video is for inspiration and not for comparison, but I hope you all find this video helpful and also fun to watch. I will put the prices of the store cupboard things within the prices of each of the recipes, just to give people an idea of the actual true overall cost, but they don't come under my weekly budget for supermarket food spending. I just wanted to say, I know it's annoying I'm starting this on a Tuesday, but I always like to go food shopping during the week rather than at the weekend. I get this loose tea from the local market and it's £1.75 for a bag, so it's only a couple of pence per cup. For lunch I had some pesto and chickpeas left over from last week, so I decided to make that. This pesto is a really good alternative. This jar's only 90p. I also had this kiwi left over from last week. Because I have a library slot from 5 till 8 today, I decided to have an early snacky dinner. I promise that the rest of the week will have some more exciting recipes. It has been the longest time since I've had cereal its own, but I always have some Cheerios on hand to put on top of my yogurt. One of my absolute go-to lunches is garlic butter mushrooms, but I've been seeing pesto eggs all over Instagram and I wanted to give it a try with mushrooms to see if it was any good, because I had the smallest amount of pesto left and I did not want it to go to waste. To make the naan breads, I started by mixing oil, yeast and warm water. I then put that aside and mixed all of my dry ingredients in another bowl. I then mixed my wet ingredients into my dry and added a tablespoon and a half of Alpro plain yogurt. I then kneaded this for 5 minutes and put it aside to rise for about an hour. This is my first time trying out this recipe and it made so much more dough than I expected, so I decided just to fry up one at a time and I will make the others at other points during the week. I then started on my curry, and tonight we are making a chickpea and spinach curry. So I started by frying my red onion until it went translucent, and then I added all of my herbs and spices. The recipe again I will link in the description below. It's a BBC Good Foods recipe, but I changed the curry paste in it for curry powder and a mixture of other herbs and spices. I then added half a tin of chopped tomatoes, a little bit of water and a tin of chickpeas along with some fresh coriander and let that simmer for a while I started frying up my naan bread. Once the naan was cooked, I coated it in butter, garlic and some fresh coriander. I then added a load of spinach to the curry, which is really rich in iron. Date night dinners tend to be a little bit fancier and definitely a lot more expensive than I'd normally spend on dinner, but it's a date, so it's supposed to be special, and I definitely think it's worth it. I had to be up and in town quite early this morning, so I just took some fruit with me on the walk for breakfast. By the time I got back, I wasn't feeling very hungry, so I just had some hummus and cucumber on toast for lunch. I got hungry at about 5, so I decided to make the naan breads, but I made them a little bit differently today. Firstly, I fried some red onion and some garlic, and while that was cooking, folded the coriander into the naan bread instead of brushing it on. I much preferred it like this. I then fried the naan breads in the buttery, garlicky, oniony mixture, and they were so tasty. So I found out that we have a Tesco's Extra, and I decided to try and walk out to it because I know that they have a really good vegan range. What I didn't realise was just how far away it was. It was a good 40-minute walk. But every week one of my friends will cook a dinner for all of us, and it's my turn on Sunday, so I got all of the ingredients while at Tesco's. And I also found these cookies and I got them for myself as a treat. I decided to make some carrot soup for lunch, and it serves 2 people, so all of the prices on the screen will be covering 2 portions of soup. So I started by roughly chopping my carrots, red onion and garlic, and then I made some vegetable stock, which I added to the pot along with another mugful of boiling water. After adding the vegetables, I added some coriander, I normally use dried, some black pepper and some turmeric. Be careful with the turmeric because I've managed to dye absolutely everything yellow. I then let that simmer on medium for 15 to 20 minutes before blending. On Friday nights I have movie night, so it was just snacks for dinner. For lunch I made my go-to garlic butter mushrooms, so it's just mushrooms, butter, garlic, red onion and some mixed herbs and black pepper. I was clearly in a very toast mood today. My friend Maddie made these homemade vegan flatbreads, and she gave me one to have with the last of my curry for dinner. My friend Maddie left me some chocolate in my pigeonhole as a thank you for cutting her hair the other day. It was so sweet of her. I went out for lunch with a friend, but I class this as part of my leisure / going out budget rather than my food budget. We shared a curried chickpea panini, an apricot and oat bar, and I had an almond milk chai latte. I feel like it's been a hot minute since I've had my face in this video. I just thought I'd explain what it is that we're up to this evening. So every week on a Sunday, a member of my household will cook us all dinner, and we found it's a really good way to keep connected and to create a sort of community. This week it is my turn, and I am cooking a sausage pasta dish. Most of the people in my household are not vegan or vegetarian even. It's actually very hard to cook for 8 people on our limited cooking facilities, but I'm going to give it a good go. I'm going to now go through all of the ingredients I've bought and the overall cost for all 8 of us, but the price that I include in Sunday spending will just be for the amount of my portion for myself. I started by frying garlic, red onion and all of the sausages before adding a bell pepper and some tomatoes.
Hello, Anna Piper Thompsons. I hope you enjoy this food. Rubs up.
I then added a tin of tomatoes, tomato puree, spinach and all of my herbs and spices. I let the sauce just simmer and cook through while I cooked the pasta. I used my Swivelet for dinner, which functions kind of like a slow cooker. So I started by adding 50 ml of water, then tomato, bell pepper, my mixed herbs and spices, and some black pepper and some tomato puree. I then microwaved this on low for 2 minutes. The recipe on Swivelet's website calls for orzo, but I decided to use macaroni instead. I also added another 100 ml of water and some fresh basil before microwaving for a further 2 minutes. You then set this aside with its lid on for at least an hour. I left it for the rest of the afternoon. Apologies for the awful lighting to finish this video. I really hope you've enjoyed watching this, that maybe you found some new recipes that you want to try. It's not to say that I am perfect at it, I still mess up sometimes, but I wanted to just show that you can be a vegan and a student and, you know, do your little bit to look after the world and look after your body, and that it doesn't need to break the bank and that it doesn't need to be overly complicated. But yes, I hope you have enjoyed watching this video, maybe learned a little something that you'll take away. Thank you very much for watching. Please do give it a big thumbs up and subscribe if you're new here. Honestly, it makes me so happy that you all love my content, and I really love doing this as my hobby, and sharing a little bit of my world and my, you know, very limited knowledge and experiences at Cambridge with you guys. So please do comment below if you have any video ideas or if there is something you would really like to see. Anyway, thank you guys. Bye!